What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Club and Country. This is episode number 134, and we start today's episode off by seeing that we given £5 million from the board after progressing to the Champions League semi-finals. Obviously, in the last episode, we beat PSG in the quarter-finals by 4-1 on aggregate, so we're into the semi-finals now, delighted with that, and I decided to use the money to give Paco Candela a new contract, because he definitely deserves one. As you would have seen there, he's still been on 500 quid a week ever since he signed a pro deal, yet he's such an important member of this team, and he deserves a new contract. Still take a look at GETAFE for the first game of today's episode here, the first of 3 games in today's episode. Now, a reminder, the league title's already been won with Racing Santander for a second successive year, even though the game hasn't registered it yet. I'm not really sure why, but even so, we have won the league title already with still a few games to go. But I'm not going to simulate the games regardless. There's still more things to play for, still got records to hopefully smash, and also, of course, there is the matter of the Golden Boot race, which Morata and Rodriguez are currently battling out in a head-to-head race. But still, we do take on GETAFE for the first game of today's episode, and the first chance would fall here in the 17th minute. Morata got played forward and also taken down as well by Alberto. Pretty fast start to this game, to be honest. We had a couple of chances before that, but the shots were really tame. But as soon as Morata came forward there, I was about to shoot with the left foot, and as you can see, Alberto's right foot catches him and Morata hits the deck. So penalty to Racing Santander, and a great chance to take the lead early on this game. As you guys know, right now it's between Morata and Rodriguez for the Golden Boot, and a few of you have been suggesting Rodriguez will probably win it because he does take penalties and free kicks, and he's so reliable from penalties and free kicks, and he scores the first goal of the game here through the penalty, which Morata wins, smashing the ball into the top corner and making it Racing Santander 1, GETAFE 0. So lovely penalty by Rodriguez there, smashing it past Gaeta, who did actually dive the right way and almost get a glove to it, but as you can see, it's right in the top corner. A brilliant finish, and that's now his 24th goal in La Liga this season. So Racing 1, GETAFE 0. In the 22nd minute though, Elise Ronaldo shots around his man and takes the ball over the halfway line, then body feints ball playing out wide towards Paco Candela. Candela plays it back towards Elise, who takes it around Perez, keeps hold of the ball, plays it through towards Morata, gets a little bit lucky as he almost gets tackled but wins it back, smashes the ball in and makes it Racing 2, GETAFE 0. So 2 goals in the space of a few minutes. First Rodriguez from the spot, now Morata making it 2-0. Got a little bit fortunate there, as you'll see. There was a tackle made by the GETAFE defender, but it fell straight back into Morata's path, and the finish was superb. So Morata now gets his 20th goal in La Liga, just 4 behind Jesse Rodriguez. It's so exciting to see who's going to win the Golden Boot race, because I've never had 2 players in the same team going for the Golden Boot in the same season. But regardless, 2-0 to Racing Santander. GETAFE were pretty close to get themselves back in the game there in the 34th minute, but that shot was just off target and behind for a goal kick, so he's still 2-0. And from the goal kick, David De Gea plays it short towards Danny Carvajal, the right back, who collects it and keeps hold of the ball. Plays it inside towards young Han Elise, having another stellar game already. Plays it through towards Isco. Isco then plays it back towards Elise. Elise finds Morata, who scored our second goal. Step overs around his man and shoots from range, and it goes just wide of the post and behind for a goal kick. So it would have been a nice goal there from Morata, but it was still 2-0. Just after the restart, though, we try and make it 3-0 here as Rodriguez tries to win the ball, but as the GETAFE defender clears it, it goes way high up in the air. Isco flicks it back to Morata, and his shot is well saved by Gaeta and cleared away by Arroyo. So still Racing 2, GETAFE 0, but to be honest, other than the 1 GETAFE chance they had, it was all Racing Santander. Morata should have made it 3-0 here, but I got this chip horribly wrong. But for the most part, it was all Racing Santander, and GETAFE didn't really have too many chances. They had a late one here to try and grab themselves a consolation goal, but this shot was well saved by De Gea and eventually cleared by Carvajal, and it was how the game would finish as well. Racing Santander 2, GETAFE 0, another win notched up for Racing. The title was already won, but we're still going for more records, still trying to set the most points accumulated in a single season record, fewest goals conceded in a single season record, and there's still more things to play for. But regardless, after that as well, Paco Candela decided to turn down his contract extension and said that he was going to move on at the end of the year after his contract expires in 1 year and 3 months. And I was thinking, really? Because that doesn't really sound like a player who's come through the academy, being given, so many opportunities in the first team, held down a first team spot despite there being loads of good players that could take your place. That's just disrespectful, really, man. Seriously, I'm a big part as to why you're such a good young player for this team. So I wasn't having that. You're not going to put a sterling on me. You're staying at this Racing Santander team, and I'm going to offer you a new contract. Hopefully he'll accept a £5,000 a week improved offer, and he'll stay, because losing Paco Candela would be an absolutely huge blow for us, because he is obviously one of the best academy products we've ever promoted. So hopefully he'll accept a new contract, and we can just put this mini saga behind us. Regardless, we take on Malaga for the second of 3 games in today's episode here, and as you can see by the team, I did decide to rest 11 players because we had our Champions League semi-final first leg being played in midweek, so decided to rest all the players. No need to possibly injure or fatigue some of them, but I still still felt as though we'd probably get the win regardless, because whenever we do rest the players, we still seem to play at the exact same level, which is really strong. First chance did fall to Malaga, and then a Guza shot from range went onto the roof of the net and behind for a goal kick. So still 0-0 going into the second half, but not much really happened in the entire game, to be honest. It was all about possession, to be honest. Both sides desperately trying to win the battle, and it was so close at 49-51. But in the 71st minute here, Brahim goes down left-hand side, keeps holding the ball, ends up drilling it across to the centre. It's a terrible piece of defending, and Tunkara almost squeezes it in and makes it 1-0 to Racing Santander. A big recovery block though, and Malaga stay on level terms. But in the 77th minute here, again we went in search for the opening goal of the game and possibly the winner. Perez fake shots around Escuzas here and has the pace on his man. He also takes it around Recio as well, a quick little step over, gets himself inside, smashes the ball past Ochoa and makes it Malaga 0, Racing Santander 1. You may have noticed as well, whenever I do rest the players, Tunkara usually starts ahead of Perez, despite Perez being 8 ratings higher than Tunkara, or possibly 7 ratings higher than Tunkara. It's because Perez doesn't have too much stamina, and I like to have a good energy player to bring off the bench if we're struggling in the more important games, like in those Champions League semi-finals that we're going to be having in a few days' time. So Perez started from the bench. Tunkara wasn't doing the job, so I thought I'll bring on Perez, see if he can use his pace, use his agility to run defenders. He did just that, got his second goal of the game, and it turned out to be a brilliant tactical decision to leave him on the bench and then bring him on to run the tired leg. So final score, Malaga 0, Racing Santander 1. Ochoa did get a touch on the Perez shot but couldn't keep it out, and his late goal does mean we do get another win notched up for Racing, and the season we've been having is absolutely incredible. And again, even when we're resting all of those players, every single one, even the hair getting dropped, we are still, I say dropped, getting rested, we are still pulling out the results, getting the wins. And you know, this season right now, yes, I know we've had the Barcelona calamity with Suarez going in goal for a lot of their games, with Ter Stegen being injured. Don't know what's been going on at Real Madrid, but they've been terrible, and Sevilla have been faltering as well. I know the teams below us have been terrible, but we've been so good this season, absolutely superb, and we have thoroughly deserved this league title for a second successive year, and we're starting to dominate Spanish football right now. And we take on Manchester United for the third and final game of today's episode here. Just before that though, you would have seen Paco Candela did accept his contract, which is fantastic, so he will be staying here. That was never in doubt for me. I was going to keep on offering contracts until he accepted one, so Paco Candela will stay, and I'm delighted with that. We do take on Manchester United today for the third and final game of today's episode though, in the Champions League semi-final first leg here at El Sardinero. So this is the furthest we've gone in this competition so far, but I'm desperate to go into the Champions League final in our second year with Racing Santander. Definitely think we can do so as well. The first chance did fall to us, but the goalkeeper Tim Krul made the save. But from the corner, Rodriguez crosses the ball in. It's not fully dealt with, and Pedro Obiang's half volley goes harmlessly over the bar and behind for a goal kick. So still 0-0, but the early chance coming to us. In the 31st minute, another great opportunity for us. Cesar Rodriguez goes down the right-hand side here, has the pace on Di Maria and keeps on going. Then takes around Luke Shaw with a Berber spin. Lovely little run by Rodriguez here. Takes a shot from a tight angle, but again Tim Krul makes the save and shows Louis van Gaal why he was right to sign him as the replacement for David De Gea. So still Racing 0, Manchester United 0. In the 36th minute though, yet another chance for Racing Santander. Paco Candela signing his new contract finds Morata. He plays it back inside towards Candela. Takes a quick little touch here, plays it inside towards Obiang, holds the ball up, picks out Morata, and Morata finds the back of the net, and we do take the lead. Just 7 minutes to go before the half-time break. So Morata with the goal, Racing 1, Manchester United 0. I love the build-up as well, because Candela got the ball there. He played it inside towards Obiang, and if you just keep an eye on Morata's run, he arches and curls round the back, and no Manchester United player picks him up. As you can see here, he turns his man, goes round the back of him, no one is going towards him, and he has a free shot at goal, and Alvaro Morata, such a great finisher, is not going to miss. So Morata gets, I believe, just his second goal in the Champions League this season, but of course he hasn't played too many games of the Champions League. Usually Perez started in the group stage games, but it is Racing 1, Manchester United 0. United had a great chance to equalise here, but this shot by Herrera, I think it was well saved by David De Gea and eventually turned behind for a corner, or maybe it was Rooney, but it was still 1-0. And from the corner, Nani ends up crossing the ball into the centre, and the Portuguese winger looks for one of his teammates in the area. Wayne Rooney goes for the header. De Gea drops it. Rooney heads it back towards Herrera, who takes a shot, but David De Gea makes an absolutely incredible save, and that stop right there was one of the best saves of the series. Absolutely incredible. The Herrera shoots it on the half volley, and look at this for fingertip reactions by De Gea. Superb stop, tips it onto the bar, and keeps it at Racing 1 and Manchester United 0. And one of the final chances would fall here in the 81st minute. Cesar Rodriguez gets on the ball down the left-hand side, fake shots around Rafael, then beats Fellaini with a roulette. Lovely little skill from Rodriguez here, then shoots as well, but Tim Krul makes a good stop and turns behind for a corner. Was how the game would finish though. Racing Santander 1, Manchester United 0. So absolutely delighted with that. We are just 90 minutes away from going through to our first ever Champions League final. Really excited for that, but of course the job is not done, and we know we'll have to be on our game at Old Trafford. But that does end the episode, guys. So as always, a big thank you for watching the video. video. Really hope you have enjoyed it. If you enjoyed the episode of Club and Country, please do leave a like. Please excuse my voice as well, not feeling too great right now, but I'll see you for the next episode of Club and Country very soon.